10 Ways to Achieve Your Financial Goals. Whenever we talk about chasing any financial goal, it is usually a two-step process: ensuring healthy savings, and making smart investments. You will need to save enough, and invest those savings wisely so that they grow over a period of time to help you achieve goals. So let's get down to ensuring healthy savings. Welcome to CMTVten, where we share with you advice that will take you from the life you have to the life you deserve. If you are new here, consider subscribing so you don't miss other interesting videos like this one. This is the focal point from where you start your journey of achieving financial goals. 1. Track your monthly expenses. The first and foremost thing to be done is to track your monthly expenses. Use any of the expense tracking mobile apps to record your expenses. Once you start doing it diligently, you would be surprised to see how small expenses add up to a sizable amount. Also, categorize those expenses into different buckets so that you know which bucket is eating the most of your paycheck. This record keeping will pave the way for cutting down on unwanted expenses and pump up your savings rate. 2. Pay yourself first. Generally, savings come after all the expenses have been taken care of. This is a classic mistake that almost every one of us does. We pay ourselves last. Ideally, this should be planned upside down. We should be paying ourselves first and then to the world. That is, we should be taking out the planned saving amount first and then manage all the expenses from the rest. The best way to actually implement is to put the savings on automatic mode, i.e. money flowing automatically into different financial instruments, for example, mutual funds, retirement corpus, etc., every month. Taking the automatic route will make us lose control of our money and hence will compel us to manage in what's left with us, thereby increasing the savings rate. 3. Make a plan and vow to stick with it. Budgeting is the best to get around the uncertainty that financial plans always pose. Decide in advance how spending has to be made. Nowadays, several money management apps and wallets can help you do this automatically. It's easy, and who knows, you may just end up doing what people fail to do. At first, you may not be able to stick to your plans completely, but don't let that become a reason why you stop budgeting entirely. Make use of technology solutions you'll like. Explore options and alternatives that let you make use of the available wallet options and choose the one that suits you the most. In time, you will get accustomed to making use of these solutions. You will find that they make it simpler for you to follow your plan, which would have been difficult otherwise. 4. Rise again even if you fall. Let's be realistic. It's not like the world will come to an end if you made one mistake. This isn't called leniency but discipline. If you fail to meet your budget for a month, don't give up the entire effort just like that. Instead, start again. Remember that flexible plans are the most realistic plans. So go forward and try to follow your financial goals as planned, but if for some reason, the plan gets out of hand for you, do not give up on it just yet. This has a lot to do with your psychology rather than any material commitment. All you have to do is to stay on the road and vow to stay on it, no matter how much you fall down. 5. Make savings a habit and not a goal. In the book Nudge, authors Richard Thaler and Cass Sunstein advocate that in order to achieve any goal, it should be broken down into habits, since habits are more intuitive for people to adapt to. Make savings a habit rather than a goal. While it might seem to be counterintuitive to many, but there are some deft ways of doing it. For example, always eat out, if at all, during weekdays rather than weekends. Usually, the weekends are expensive. Make it a habit and in turn be saving a great deal. If you are traveling buff, try to travel during off-season. Your outlay will be much less. If you go out shopping, always look out for coupons and see where can you get the best deal. So the key point is to imbibe the action that results in savings rather than on the savings itself, which is the outcome. Focusing on the outcome will bring out the feeling of sacrifice, which will be harder to sustain over a period of time. 6. Talk about it. Sticking to the saving schedule, to achieve financial goals, is not an easy journey. There will be many distractions from those who are not aligned with your mission. And it would be rather easy to lose the grip over your discipline. Therefore, in order to stay the course, it is advisable that you keep yourself surrounded by people who are also on the same bandwagon. Daily discussions with them will keep you motivated to move forward. 7. Maintain a journal. For some people, writing helps a great deal in making sure that they achieve what they plan. So if you are one of them, maintain a proper journal, where you write down your goals and also jot down the extent to which you managed to meet them. This will help you in reviewing how far you have come and which goals you have met. Use this journal to write down all essential points such as your short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals, your current sources of income, your regular expenses which you are aware of, and any committed expenses which are of recurring nature. When you have a written commitment on paper, you are going to feel more energized to follow the plan and stick to it. Moreover, it is going to be a lot easier for you to follow you and track your progress. At this point, you should be ready with your financial goals and would be doing brilliantly with savings. Now it's time to talk about the big daddy, investments. 8. Choose your investment instrument wisely. Though your financial advisor will suggest the best investment instruments, it doesn't hurt to know a bit about them. Just like, no one is born a criminal, no investment instrument is bad or good. It is the application of that instrument that makes all the difference. Do you remember we talked about bifurcating financial goals in the short term and long term? It is here where that classification will help. So as a general rule, for all your short-term financial goals, choose an investment instrument that is debt nature, for example, fixed deposits, debt mutual funds, etc. The reason for going for debt instruments is that chances of capital loss are less as compared to equity instruments. 9. Compounding is the eighth wonder. Einstein once remarked about compounding. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it, he who doesn't pays it. So make friends with this wonder kid. And sooner you become friends with it, quicker you will reach closer to your financial goals. Start investing early so that time is on your side to help you bear the fruits of compounding. 10. Measure, measure, and measure. All of us do good when it comes to earning more per month but fail miserably when it comes to measuring the investments, taking stock of how our investments are doing. If there is one single step where everything, so far, can go wrong, it is at this step, measuring the progress. If we don't measure the progress timely, then we would be shooting in the dark. We wouldn't know if our saving rate is appropriate or not, whether a financial advisor is doing a decent job, whether we are moving closer to our target or not. Do measure everything. If you can't measure it all yourself, ask your financial advisor to do it for you. This completes the list of tips for you to set financial goals and actually achieve them with not so great difficulty. As you can see, all it requires is discipline. But guess that's the most difficult part. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos which we recommend you watch next. And see you tomorrow, for we upload new videos daily.